Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are going to cover Latin roots today, looking at DICT, MORT, MIT, and FLEX. So let's take a look at the first one, DICT, which means to say or tell. A few examples: dictate, which means say or read aloud; contradict, which is to go against; predict, which is say or estimate that something will happen; and indicate, which is to point out or show. A few examples of DICT in a sentence: we enjoyed the valedictorian's speech at the graduation ceremony. And a good dictionary will tell you how to pronounce each word. The next Latin root we're going to look at is mort, which means death. Oh my. A few examples of mort: first, mortality, which is subject to death; immortal, which is living forever, never dying; and mortician, which is a funeral director. A few examples of mort in a section: SpongeBob was mortified when she ripped her pants. Didn't know SpongeBob was a girl. Next, elephants are notoriously tricky to breed in zoos with high rates of miscarriages and infant mortality. It's terribly sad. The next Latin root we're going to look at is mit, which means to send. First example of mit is emit, which is to produce or discharge. Second is commit, which is to carry out. The next one is transmit, which is to pass on. And finally, remit, which is send in payment. A few examples of mit in a sentence: finally, the wild stallion began to submit to his trainer. Or, John would not admit that he took the wallet. Finally, the last root we're going to look at is flex, which means to bend. A few examples of flex or flect: flexible, capable of bending easily; reflect, which is to throw back without absorbing; flexor, which is a muscle that bends; and deflect, which is caused to change direction. A few sentences using flect and flex: a shiny mirror will reflect the sun, and one must do stretching exercises to become more flexible. Take a moment to review some of the exercises here and test your knowledge. Number 1, DICT. Number 2, MORT. Number 3, FLEX. And number 4, MIT. Take a moment and pause the video and make sure that you can match up each Latin root with its definition. Review the answers on the next slide and see how well you did. Number 1, dict, is B, to say or tell. Number 2, mort, is D, death. Number 3, flex, is A, to bend. And number 4, mit, is C, to send. Feel free to go back and replay any portions of the video if you need to review.